The first 3 weeks of college ever in my life. We're on week 3. And I think I'm navigating it not like too well, maybe well enough, maybe satisfactory, you know. I think the main part is figuring out what classes I need to focus on more and like what classes are going to give me the most troubles or that I've been having the most troubles with, whether that be, you know, troubles with how the assignments are structured or what I have to do for set assignments and the fact that I have to set aside more time for certain classes in the way that the assignments are structured for that class. Um, because do y'all ever have the habit of doing the homework that you know is going to be easiest because it's like, okay, just do that. But then you don't look out for the classes that you know are going to be the hardest. And to be fair, it's been 2 weeks and I'm on the third week. Therefore, I wasn't really cognizant of the fact, or I had not come to the realization yet that the certain classes that I'm going to need the most time for, or set aside that I'm going to need to set aside the most time for, are those classes, or the set classes. Like I had not come to that realization yet. But now that I've come to that realization, it's like I have to chip away at those things first before I go to the classes or the homework for the classes that I know are going to be the easiest for me because I'm just that type of person. I mean, as for like factual or on paper information, I'm currently a communications major, freshman year, by the way. That's why I said first 3 weeks of college, like ever in my life. Communications major, thinking about minoring in art because I wanted to do visual communications major, which is like art based. You do 2 years of art and then after that you do visual communications. Um, but maybe I'll just minor in art. I don't know. We're still figuring that out. Still thinking about it, still pondering on it. What part of art I want to work into my schedule, like as a minor, because I don't know if I actually want to switch all the way, like my major all the way. So, yeah. In general, it's not that I don't like structure. Like, it's not that the structure is taking away my whimsy or my joy or like, it's not that. Like, I don't know. It just feels like there's no time for talking and playing and playing and talking. Like, that's what I did all over the summer. Like, talking and playing and talking. But honestly, I've still been, in my whimsy, joyful moods and posting whimsy and joyful things on the internet. I haven't really been posting on YouTube. Sorry for my YouTube audience. Because, like, in the past, I don't know how long, I feel like I've gained a more consistent, I don't know if it's actually been a more consistent audience or if my views, I would say consistent because my views have consistently been like there's at least been 10 views for like my recent videos, especially the long ones. So I'm saying a more consistent audience, even though I don't really know if that's true or not. But yeah, I've still been posting on TikTok and Instagram reels. That's how my mind works, is that I'll talk to myself about something and then like I'll make the video about it and then I'll post it. I've still been doing that, like a little here and a little there and like all that stuff. Now it's just like I have to focus on work more, like schoolwork more. Oh shoot. I'm not editing that out because I don't edit. But for high school, what I was gonna say is that for high school, I don't know if I was like, I don't have a proper analysis on in high school, the workload in high school versus the workload here. It's just about different schedules pretty much. Like I have to walk, at least everything is like 15 to 20 minute walk per class, and then you have the lecture periods, and then after that you kind of have to organize the work on your own. You know, it's just a different schedule, except instead of having a core block of school and then coming home and doing that every day, you have, oh, get up, walk here. Like, it's like you created your own schedule, because I'm starting to do that. So for example, today is a Tuesday, right? Tuesdays and Thursdays I don't have class until like 2:20. So I wake up around 9 or 10, 9 10, between 9 and 11, or 9 or 10. And then I have all this time, hence why I'm talking to you right now. And then my roommate leaves out earlier than me, so then I have a specific time block to myself. And then I go out for my 2 p.m. class, and then I stay out there, right, until my 5 p.m. class. Or I can choose to walk back. I could choose to walk back to the dorm until my 5 p.m. class. Because, yeah, there's 3 hours, or no, there's 2 hours in between. I don't know if any of that made sense. There's 2 hours in between, so like 2 to 3 something, and then my next class is at 5:30. So I usually just stay out until 5:30. Stay out in the area that all of those classes are in. So between that 3 and 5:30, what are you doing in between that time? The time that I have to myself right now, what am I doing with that time? Like the time that I wake up, my roommate is still here. What am I doing with that time? The time that I'm by myself right now I'm deciding to make a video because I haven't posted. What am I doing with that time? And then class. And then between that class and next class, what am I doing with that time? And then after that, am I going to go to it? I'm planning on going to an interest meeting at like 7 something. Except all of the interest meetings are apparently today. Like there's so many after class things to do that are scheduled for today. Like there's an activity for my dorm floor. There's a lot of different interest meetings for clubs that are going on today, like between 6 and 7:30. And I can't go to all of the things. So I'm gonna have to choose which things I'm going to do. So you have that, and then back to the dorm after those things. What am I doing with that time? And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have an 8 a.m. math 8 a.m. Right? Yesterday was one of the first times that I woke up early enough to go to that math 8 a.m. because right now it's a lot of like algebra that I already know. Shout out Mr. Lou. Okay. Because I already know the algebra. So I've been like 10 to 15 minutes late for that math 8 a.m. consistently, which is not good, but like I still go for the remaining however many minutes, or yeah. And then after that, I'll go eat breakfast at a near dining hall. I'll sit at the dining hall, try and do some work because my next class isn't until 12:40, right? So between 9, essentially 9 and 12:40, I'm at the dining hall trying to do work. I eat my breakfast, I try and do some work. Then I go to basically the two classes. I have two classes that are basically in the middle. Like, like 12:40, then it's supposed to end at 1:35. Then I have a class at 1:50, and both of those are my major classes for communications, right? So that's a double block. And then after that, Monday and Wednesdays, I have University 101 at like 4 something. So between my last double block class and the University 101 class, then I also have time in between then. So what am I doing with the time in between then? And then am I going to anything after that last class, University 101? You see, I've kind of got it, sort of, kind of. I just explained it to you, so yeah. I still haven't decided like concrete like what am I going to do, or how do I work in my unserious time with the work time, with the, I think it's just there's no really schedule to stick to. It's just figure out what blocks of time you have and then decide to do one of the things you need to do and stick to it. I think that's how it's done. But I enjoyed this chat with you, even though it's a one-sided chat. Peace.